commence. Right. There's a gimmick to this one, isn't there? Yeah, with these herbs. I think we just have to drag it over here. Don't kill everything else. No, we don't want to kill them. Kill themselves. And then we're free to fight it. We need a fire spirit core. We're just waiting for one of those to appear. Alright. I don't think we're supposed to be hitting it, but maybe it needs to be weak enough for the core to appear. Okay. There we go. Lovely. There we go. Managed to give somebody accommodation quickly as well. There's a bonus. Now, we may have to queue up for some time. I've got some stuff to do in the meantime. Lord of the Inferno. Word has arrived that from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He has revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture Amalja. What time is it? 10:54. Responsible for the abductions. So they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Nive. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but he will join you as soon as he is able. Till such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, confidence I share. When you've made ready, pray take yourself to the camp Tribone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Guess it's up above. Indoors. Another two. Chocobos like glowing. Must have just imagined it. Not in here, it's not. Ah, you're not a Volturian of the Scions. But thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture the Amalja, apprise them from the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware the man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spin the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place in the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds. Naive, please make sure it does. Ooh. But Ifrit in the title, and Ifrit we're going to get. As long as the queue's not too long. It's not a direction I've really explored yet. Them bones. Them bones, them dry bones. Let's be a quick bunny. And there's Fesk-chan. I wonder how Fesk-chan is. I could ask. I'm not going to, but I could. Here we are. You have for me, Flame Private. Ah, the halls of Halitali. I'm gonna skip these, even though they're kind of interesting, but well, we wanted to do that anyway. Did I go to the wrong place? I cannot find where that is on the map. Very confused. Oh, I went completely the wrong place. You know what? I wanted Halitali anyway, so that's fine. Dungeons are fun. We'll want to do all of them at least once, right? Let's go faster. Run, rabbit, run! Ifrit's not going to defeat himself. Ooh. Some lurkers. Very quiet. I'm being quite quiet as well, but it's just about to be midnight, isn't it? Hello, you vandalist imp. Stop vandalising things, imp. How dare you. Okay. I believe we are... Oh, there's a rotting corpse. Just gonna... There we go, there's our destination. Okay, cool. Hang on, give me just a second. Right. Let's commence. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We'll make our move as soon as the Almage appear. Yes, sir. Ah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Ah! I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Do you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ha ha ha! Aye, your every moment was known to me ahead of time. Hey. Nah, as much as I'd love to chat for a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Closing everyone. There's probably enough people. Although the poison does run out. Poison has been passed around again. Make sure they have poison as well. Fighting this high cant. My heavy shot. I probably should just stick with this guy. Oh, that guy, I mean this guy. He's got a lot of health. Poison everyone, there's enough to go around. Right. It's taking me quite some time. Oh, there we go. We are done. I'm pretty sure I won that. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Oh, whoever did that, the villain should hire him. Bring her. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum! Oh, cool. Oppo form. I fought Oppo at the end of Final Fantasy IV. That's where I got one of the Masamune from. I fear the amours you mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, steel in hand. Right, let's try and get into the bowels of flame. Level 20? Well, I am that level. Actually, level 27. Oh, hang on. No. I saw what I did there. Withdraw. And that off. Join. Okay, that says 13 minutes. That's not that long. In the meantime, we're going to catch a poacher. Quarry Miller's not a place we've been. But we have been to Bent Branch. Let's go south from there, actually. North on her. Hopefully there's enough time to do that. Then we can get our chocobo. Nine ivies. I did just walk away from something. Guess I can check it out. That's the annoying thing about the Lev quests. I don't want to do them because they're annoying quests, but at the same time, it's nice to clear the map of them. I want to get this crystal because it might teleport me back as well. Wouldn't want that. Got an electric horse? Let's double check this isn't important. Oh, never mind. We've got the teleport point though, so cool. Blimey, that was quick. My lucky day. Lord Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who do not know your Godhead. If it pleases you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. Ah! What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit may hold the right of submitting. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg ya. Pitiful children of man, By my breath I claim you. Arise once more, my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Well, he's a happy chappy. Annoying the heck out of everyone else in this group. But I've got the echo, it doesn't affect me. Oh, my Ifrit. My one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? I'm a bunny. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. Oh, crap. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of that one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Here's a big circle. Right. It's going to be some very impatient dances. Sorry about that, guys. I was watching it for the first time. Let us go. My flames have consumed thy flesh and soul both. Okay, no, I immediately take damage. Because I'm about to fall. I am going to try to not stand directly in damagey places. I get to stand back. Like a fire thing is going to come out at some point. Oop. There it is. Taking us a while. Oh shit, we just took slightly too long. Oh. Oh no, we're good. Oh no, I don't think we are good. Good shot. Haha! Cool. We did it without a healer. Yeah, we took slightly too long to kill that nail. There we go, we got ourselves a crystal. go with our collection. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Almarja zealots. I swear it seemed more evangelical than the last. Ah, persistent lot. You. I see the blood sworn wasted no time in extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much worse to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Naive. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. I'm a bunny. But let us continue this conversation in a more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say. This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. What a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Aldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely on 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely on. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That mater of yours is too old to give any readings worth a damn. Not that there were aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You've been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love, if you'll need to be on my best behavior. Yeah, so that means I was the only one watching that cutscene. It happens. Where will I come out, though? I'm Drybone. This wasn't where I was. We'll see where it takes us. Ah, there you are, Naive. Come rest a while. You have no better opportunity after witnessing the gods' ignominious... How do you pronounce that word? Ignominious defeat. The Almarja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be a whole body, but they cannot be the same of their minds. They may be whole of body, but we cannot say the same of their minds. For once a man is tempered. Ah, but it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, by your hand, no less. That is a deed of no ordinary individual, Naive. Nor that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds, and I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you're good and ready. We can discuss the matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Okay. Right. Yes. Fine, let's carry on. We want to go to Minfilia because we might as well get the Chocobo first. That means choosing one of the three peoples. I'll choose the pirates, I always do. And then I think I can get a Chocobo. And getting a Chocobo means I can do the side quest slightly faster. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us of news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving us a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia will be most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Naive her life. I wasn't there when Amalia took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived. That does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Naive, it's good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You've done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. Now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalia undertook both robbery and abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Lim-Sur-La-Minsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, the primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now ether exists throughout creation, it flows through all life, and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals. It is the reason that the incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across a great river of ether. Or life stream, if you prefer. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as both beacon towards which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn, and it is coming together, or etheric coalescence, that grants their beings physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. In order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process which you yourself were subjugated. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power that you possess, the Echo. We do not know the why of it, but those blessed with Echo are immune to primal influence. It is though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me they would deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. You may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Naive. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best if you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we did not know this. We would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. So we scions continue our fight, and that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Naive. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Soir would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. So I assume he's compromised immediately after this. Quest complete! There we go, hero in the making. Cool. Minfilia's, yeah. Until not very long ago, you were one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you travelled the realm, aiding those in need without the thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalimo that science would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us, you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price. You soon discover. Will soon discover. We have guests, Naive, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons? Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I'm given to understand the signs of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I'm here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Laminsa, to offer said hero a place of honour within our ranks. As you can see, Naive, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organisation would have Ifrit's Bane for their own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Naive's deed spread so quickly that the immortal flame should know of her triumph is to be expected. But what of the other Grand Companies? Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Alterian. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. There's some other people there. I imagine our pride when we learn that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in our high esteem. They will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adder has need for valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend. Together we'll ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Alterian. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs With the immortal flames, join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said, "You have the look of a hero." Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia? Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, I left my water up there. The Grand Companies. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defence and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in your other endeavours. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day will not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. Yet I concede that there is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will of course recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. This is going to take ages, isn't it? Well, as a part of the proceedings, I'm given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Naive hear our leaders speak, and return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. Okay, the blue dude has the silliest salute as well. I know full well that the adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service. I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in of itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Naive. With it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention. Not all of it is friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs to be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a Grand Company, however, we are one woman amongst many. Friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organisation need not mean leaving another. I hope we can continue to rely upon your aid. 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Naive. You have the power to shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time for you to ready your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will appraise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. So I'm speeding through this because I'm like, I just want my chocobo. And then I'll do my archery quest. Right. Oh, hello, lurker. Demon brick. I'm sorry about all the attention. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. Sorry, that skipped ahead. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services. The Elder Seer Kani Senna will deliver her address at Miqo'te's amphitheatre. I should probably mention at this point that due to organisational challenges involved in assembling all the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Alda. The Flame General Reborn Al-Din will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumoured there'll be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom of Limsa Luminsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwib Blowfiswin will be given her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the Sentry Xanthale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you'll find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though. With your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favour of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Okay. Sort of weird that it gives me a choice, but tells me certain orders better. Like, but if I did the poetry quest first, then I'd be able to hand it in? I'm attuned to this now, aren't I? Okay, yeah. Oh, what is that actual quest? Okay, it might be. It sounds like it's going to be a whole thing. We'll get our Chocobo first, then. Chocobo, if you prefer. Right. Let's do it the order they tell me. I think it's dialogue now, so I can relax a bit.
I lost my son to the calamity. The three seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the XIV's wood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hure and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the XIV's wood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder, that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
I have a thing to say as well.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity.
The only other context I know the word bough is that the bough breaks when the baby is baby is on the tree. All.
We must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the forest.
All the elementals!
I have the thought, yeah, as well. Yeah. I was joining in with the crowd. Not very well though. Yeah, we've got 2 more of these speeches. I don't even know. Like, I played this a lot, and I don't actually know what's up with these 4. Like, are they a different race? Like a little demon man.
If you'll permit me, Alfie, no. and my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Grudanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a natural warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Grudanians until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof and changed observed at roughly at the time that they summoned the primal Ramu. The Grudanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by a peace treaty, and one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The 12th Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Grudania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether Grudanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? And, well, perhaps we will find out. Elder Seer's words fell on fertile ground. Okay then, I'll meet you in the next place. Right. To Alder. I think it's close to the Royal Promenade. It was. Let's do that one more time.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanima herself!
And Reborn as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah!
Yay!
Reborn! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered.
Flourished!
I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
Yay!
That's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not.
Loss.
And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile,
A weird ponytail on that person.
mock of our borders
There,
and
I
despoil
don't know.
our land of its natural wealth.
That person.
We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who now is the time to unite.
Sorry.
Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people. Ya for Uldar!
Yay.
Together we are one.
I have a third thing to say.
Your grace.
Reborn?
You did not animate that bit.
People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live
Yay!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory.
Yay! I love that she's called the Sultana.
Ride fearless into the Inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth?
The time is now!
I
fancy meeting you again.
The old Dans have a long history of conflict with the Almaja and the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The old Dans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Alder has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless. Even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Aldans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition that they cannot well sustain. More wonder then that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such A desperate hour and adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Okay, one more to go. Then we pick and we get our chocobo. States room. You have to take the elevator there. I lost the effect of Peloton though. Here to attend the remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
I have a boat. I don't have a boat. I was trying to be like a voice in the crowd. Fun.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Yay!
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Har! Yeah, har!
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
Not quite up to my standard.
The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
Ah, they smell like fish.
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go.
They're not all so bad.
These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the
Yay! That some of that sounded good.
Oh, where's me cutlass?
Ah, where's my accent?
Follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral.
Of course, we're not done yet because the kids have to talk to us. Twice, of course, voiced and unvoiced.
Fancy meeting you again.
Okay, apparently that's... As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagan, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who live beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have chosen to erect a fortress right in Lominsan's backyard. And that is to say naught of the internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood-free feuds between various factions, and while they fight among themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsans are to have any hopes of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Cool. Now who shall I pick? I'm going to pick pirates. I always pick pirates. I like the red the best. I like the pirates theme the best. I'm picking the pirates. Pick of the pirates. Pick of the Hi, Ev, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope. I would be incorrect in thinking the final remembrance service is now concluded. A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence! Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Yeah, you can see why they gave me the tickets. So I'm close to giving myself a stitch. I might not have time to do the Chocobo quest tonight. Don't want to be up all night. Taking medicine. Sleepy medicine. Not sleepy medicine actually, just medicine that tells my body what time to go to sleep. It's not quite the same thing. Anyway, we had to do that at some point, so we got it over and done with. Welcome back, Naive. Were the Grand Company's leaders' words as illuminated as you had hoped? Each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see why your services in such demand. There were more of you, Naive. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. Level 20 quest.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and 7th Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizade, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the 7th Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Oh. How was the Admiral's speech? But you need not explain that you stand before me now is the answer enough. You have resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? Yes. That's the spirit, lass. With allies like you, how much stronger our crew is our crew. Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now the choice is made. It's time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to Limsa and seek out the Grand Company's headquarters. Company you seek. It's located on the upper decks. I will send word to our personal officer to expect you. Duties of a Maelstrom officer can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearing sure. Okay. I should probably make a different place my favourite. I've not been updating the favourite. Oh, I mean, I'm not really using the money anyway. Down, then left. It's not the direction I wanted to go in. Not going to help me out, is it? Or is it? Mayhap it is. Daft Castle. More like the Daft Castle. Am I right? I'm quite tired. Hail, adventurer. What business have you at the Maelstrom Command? My name is Naive Altirian. I believe you are expecting me. Naive Altirian! Hi, our recruitment officer sent word of your coming. It shall be my honour to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of several... Sir! What is it, Private? This better be important. Sir, we've received a report from Lookout and Nosia. Sir, Imperial forces have fired upon Highwind Skyways airship. Vessel's in a bad way, sir. It appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Damn it, we've no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down on the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Altirian, this is highly irregular, but I fear your first duty in service to the Maelstrom must needs be unofficial. If our man in Lower Nosia is correct, the airship will come down in the territory, crawling, blimey, with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before doing the Garleans do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure to come to no further harm. We'll see about swearing you in upon your return. Okay, what time is it? I guess we have to, I don't think I'm allowed to do this because I'm not even a member yet. I need to finish this quest. This is not a place you can even teleport to. We're going to want to go to the Morrowby Dry Docks though. Not been to there. We've not been to there. Not been to there. Oh my, it's gonna... Oh. Okay. We want to go south or we want to go... Right. I think right makes more sense. Right. And we'll get some crystals along the way. I don't know. Basically, about 10 minutes is the maximum time I'm spending in here now. Wait, what? Yeah, sure. Wasn't quite the plan, but... Hang on. No, I've changed my mind. Go to the crystal layer. Where's the poacher? Yes, I somehow got that confused. But luckily we noticed. The eyes, the eyes. I forgot to use the spin before. Right. Yes, we're off to meet Biggs and Wedge from Star Wars. Or from... not really. So I also want to park in a home. There's the crash ship, I think. That's just the house. An adventurer? What are you doing here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. I'm not a stealthy bunny. Ostrom Command sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. No, I'm just a rabbit. Be at ease, sir. We have of the Maelstrom, and you're Garland Ironworks engineer, right? Yes? One of our lookouts reported an attack on your craft. We're here to rescue you. You must be Altirian. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials. Never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? Secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. Bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Gotta rescue him. Scouting party from Castrum Occidents. I say, seems they want your ship engineer. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we built since the Calamity. First since Master Garland. Or since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. She was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a souvenir from Eorzea, they can have a knife in the gut. But they're not getting that ship. And don't forget to save the Lalafell. What say you, Altirian? You ready to give... I'm a rabbit lady. Ready to give those Kura hiding? Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge. Love is like a hurricane. Ambush to arms. Oh, how long has it been since we hit something? spread my poison about. Always. Nice and easy. Who's killing him? Oh, it's a rabbit. Check out these two. Poison back on. Or venom, actually. It keeps saying poison. I'm not feeding it to it. Stand on the rock, it'll make it more exciting. That's better. I'm gonna get off the rock. Moving about. Come on, why aren't you dead? There we go. One dead robot. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. How's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We'll stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Alterian, you're free to return to the Maelstrom Command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd all feel better knowing an adventurer of your ability was safely sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform command of the part you played today. I wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if I hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads here, we'd both be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge. Thank you. We're very grateful. Cool. I think we are done. Yeah, we are. Right. We'll get the Chocobo next stream. Next episode. I'm going to say thank you very much, of course, for watching. I always appreciate it. All your lurkers and all your archaeologists. I'm going to, of course, teleport to Limsa Laminsa. And to the aft castle bit. But yeah, I've been John Proxy. I've been having a Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn adventure, the live stream edition. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And farewell.